Hello students, in today's lecture we will learn motion in a plane theory part 1. So in today's lecture we will learn first is scalar and vector quantities. Second is laws of vector addition. And third is subtraction of vectors. Fourth is multiplication or division of a vector by a scalar. And last is product of vectors. Clear? Each topic we will learn one by one. Disclaimer: the images used in our slide deck are for educational purposes only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathi@iit.ac.in and we shall remove the images. So, topic is motion in a plane. Clear? Scalar and vector quantities. So, here question arises, what is scalar and vector quantities? Clear? So, a scalar quantity is a one whose specification is completed with its magnitude. Clear? Example: mass, distance, speed, energy, and etc. Suppose distance and speed, these are the scalar, whereas vector quantity is a quantity that has magnitude as well as direction. Clear? Suppose in this diagram, suppose this arrow is a vector quantity, and this means tail, and this is the head, and the magnitude from this tail to head is known as magnitude term, and direction is this side. Clear? Right side. So this is the symbol of vector, like velocity, displacement, and force. These are the examples of the vector quantity. Clear? And whereas scalar is a only magnitude. Clear? Next is position and displacement vectors. Position and displacement vectors. A vector which gives position of an object with reference to the origin of a coordinate system is called position vector. Whereas the vector which tells how much and in which direction an object has changed its position in a given interval of time is called displacement vector. Clear? Next is general vectors and notation. First is zero vector. Clear? Zero vector. The vector having zero magnitude is called zero vector. Means no magnitude, absence of magnitude, or we can say zero vector is a null vector. It is written as a 0. The initial and final points of a zero vector overlap. Clear? Suppose this is a vector. Suppose this is a vector, and the initial and final position is overlap. In that case, we can say null vector or zero vector. Magnitude of null vector zero vector is 0. Clear? So it's overlap, and direction is arbitrary. Direction is arbitrary, random, not known to us. Clear? Next is unit vector. A unit vector, a vector of unit magnitude, is known as unit vector. Unit vector for A is A cap. Read as A cap. Clear? This is A cap known as unit vector. And suppose this is a vector, A vector, and written as A, whereas A is a magnitude and A cap is the direction. Clear? Unit vector is the direction. Clear? A is a vector and this is the magnitude of vector A and this is the direction of vector A. Clear? This is magnitude and this is direction. Next is orthogonal vectors. Orthogonal vectors. The unit vectors along x-axis and y-axis and z-axis are denoted by I cap, j cap and k cap like this. This is I cap, j cap and k cap. These are orthogonal unit vectors. Clear? I cap is x divided by x, j cap is y divided by y and k cap is z divided by z. Here this is vector and this is magnitude. Similarly here this is vector and this is magnitude. Vector and magnitude. Clear? So orthogonal unit vectors are along x-axis, y-axis and z-axis denoted by this. Parallel vectors are two vectors are said to be parallel if they have same direction but their magnitude may not be equal. Clear? So known as parallel vector. An anti-parallel vector, two vectors are said to be anti-parallel vector when both have properties opposite direction and one vector is scalar, non-zero, negative, multiple of another vector. Clear? So this is anti-parallel vector. Next is collinear vector. Collinear vector. So collinear vector are those which act along same line like this. This is the collinear vector. Collinear vector in a same direction. In this diagram, collinear vector in opposite direction. Clear? And coplanar vector is a vector which lies on the same plane are called coplanar vector. Clear? This is the coplanar vector. This v1, v2 is the coplanar because it lies in the same plane, x, z plane. Clear? So these are the general vectors and their notations. Next is equal vectors. Equal vectors. Two vectors A and B are equal if they have same magnitude and same direction. Clear? Suppose a vector A and vector V both are having in same direction and their magnitude is also same. So in that case we can say these vectors are equal vectors. Clear? Next is laws of vector addition. Clear? Laws of vector addition. First is triangle law of vector addition. Triangle law of vector addition. If two non-zero vectors are represented by two sides of a triangle taken in same order, then the resultant is given by third side of triangle in opposite order. That is r equal to a vector plus v vector, where r is the resultant vector. Clear? As shown in this diagram. Suppose this is the a vector and this is the v vector. Clear? This is a vector and this is v vector. Clear? This is a vector and this is v vector. and the resultant vector of A and B are act opposite direction of A and B in direction. Clear? So R equal to A plus B, and resultant R can be calculated as this: A mode of A vector plus B vector is equal to R, which is equal to under root A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. Clear? This is the resultant vector. In this diagram, here is the theta, and this is the two vectors A and B, and this is the direction. If resultant R makes an angle alpha with A, then tan alpha is equal to B sin theta divided by A plus B cos theta. Clear? So this is the law of vector addition. Clear? Next is parallelogram law of vector addition. Parallelogram law of vector addition. According to parallelogram law of vector addition, if two vectors acting on a particle are represented in magnitude and direction by two adjacent sides of a parallelogram, then the diagonal of the parallelogram represents the magnitude and direction of resultant of two vectors acting as a particle. Clear? Like this. This is a diagram of a parallelogram law of vector addition. Clear? And magnitude of the resultant vector is mod of R is equal to P square plus Q square. This is P, this is Q, plus 2PQ cos theta. Clear? So this is the magnitude of the resultant R. Clear? And angle is tan alpha is equal to Q sin theta divided by P plus Q cos theta. This is the tan alpha. And tan beta is P sin theta divided by Q plus P cos theta. Clear? So this is the parallelogram law of vector addition. Parallelogram law of vector addition. Clear? Next is subtraction of vectors. Subtraction of vectors. Vector subtraction makes use of definition of negative of a vector. We define the operation A vector minus B vector as a vector minus B added to a vector A, which is written as this: A vector minus B vector is equal to A vector plus minus B vector. Clear? Thus, vector subtraction is really a special case of vector addition. The geometric construction for subtracting two vectors is shown in this figure, like this. Here A vector is this, and this is B vector. Clear? So this is the geometric construction for subtracting two vectors. And if theta be the angle between A and B, theta is the angle between A and B, then mod of A minus B is equal to this, under root A square plus B square minus 2AB cos theta. And if vectors form a closed n-sided polygon with all the sides in the same order, then the resultant is 0. Clear? So this is the subtraction of the vectors. Subtraction of the vectors. Next is multiplication or division of a vector by a scalar. The multiplication or division of a vector by a scalar gives a vector. For example, if a vector A is multiplied by the scalar number 3, the result written as a 3A is a vector with magnitude 3 times that of A vector, pointing in same direction as the A. Clear? So this is a simple multiplication with a vector and with a scalar. This is a scalar quantity. Clear? If We multiply vector A by a scalar minus 3. The resultant is minus 3A. Clear? A vector with a magnitude 3 times that of A, pointing in the direction opposite to A. Because your direction is the changes. Because of the negative sign. Because of this negative sign, here the direction of the vector is changes. Clear? So this is the multiplication or division of a vector by a scalar. Clear? Next is products of vectors. Scalar or dot product. This is the second name of dot product. The scalar product of two vectors A and vector V is defined as the product of magnitudes of A vector and B vector multiplied by the cosine of smaller angle between them. Clear? So A vector dot B vector written as a AB cos theta. Clear? AB cos theta as shown in this diagram. Here this is vector A and this is vector B. Clear? And this is the makes angle theta. So the dot product of A or B is equal to AB cos theta, where theta is the angle between A and B. Clear? Next is properties of dot product. It is commutative in nature. Clear? A vector dot B vector is equal to V vector dot A vector. Clear? So this is the first property of scalar product or dot product. Clear? Second is dot product is distributive over the addition of vectors, which is A dot B vector plus C vector is equal to A vector dot B vector plus A vector dot C vector. So this is the distributive law. Clear? And direction wise, I cap dot I cap is equal to J cap dot J cap is equal to K cap dot K cap is equal to 1 always, because angle between two equal vectors is 0. Clear? This is I cap and I cap, both are I cap, so this is equal vectors and the angle between the equal vectors should be 0. If two vectors A and B are perpendicular vectors, then A dot B equal to AB cos 90. Here vectors are perpendicular, that's why angle is 90 degree. Clear? So AB cos 90 equal to 0 and I dot J is equal to J dot K and K dot I is equal to 0. It also follow the perpendicular vector. Clear? So this is the product of vectors. In that case, angle is not perpendicular. That's why the answer will be 1. Clear? So this is the products of vector. Next is the product vector, or we can say products of vectors. The vector product of A vector and B vector written as A vector cross B vector produce a third vector C, whose magnitude is C vector is equal to AB sine theta, where theta is the smaller of the two angles between A vector and B vector. Because of the notation A vector cross B vector, also known as the cross product, and it's spelled as A cross B, A vector cross B vector. Clear? So, and properties of the product of vectors is this is the properties of cross products. First is vector or cross product of two vectors gives the vector quantity. Clear? Here when two vectors are crossed, then the third one is also a vector quantity. And cross product of two vectors does not obey the commutative law. A cross B is not equal to B cross A. Clear? Here A cross B is equal to minus B cross A vector. This is the vector quantities. All dark alphabets are vector. Clear? So cross product of two vectors is given by A cross A vector cross A vector is equal to 0. Similarly, I cap cross I cap is equal to 0. J cross J is equal to 0. And K cap cross K cap is equal to 0. Clear? So cross product of two perpendicular vectors is given as this A cross B, A vector cross B vector is equal to AB sine 90 degree, and N cap is the direction sine 91. That's why it becomes AB N cap. Clear? So this is the product of vectors, or we can say properties of cross. Clear? Next is, suppose two vectors A vector and B vector, where A vector is AX I cap plus AY j cap plus AZ k cap, and B vector is BX I cap plus BY j cap and BZ k cap, and cross each other. A cross B is equal to I cap, j cap, k cap. A vector is this AX, AY, AZ, and B is BX, BY, BZ. So this is the format of product of two vectors, cross product of two vectors. Clear? Cross product of vectors I, J, and K are following cyclic rules, as I cross J gives K. Clear? I cross J gives I cap, and I cross K gives minus J cap, and K cross I gives J cap. Clear? So we can understand it by like I cross J gives K, J cross K gives I, and K cross I gives J. And if we opposite of this cross product gives with minus sign. Clear? So this is the product of two vectors. Clear? Like this. J cross K, I cross J, K, and K cross I, J. Clear? And if we move anti-clockwise, then answer will be minus with minus sign. Clear? So this is the product of vectors. Next is vector triple product is given by this A cross B cross C. Here A vector cross B vector cross C vector is equal to B vector A vector dot C vector minus C vector A vector dot B vector. So this is the written representation of the vector triple product. Clear? Vector triple product. Vector triple product. Clear? Next is summary. So we learn first is scalar and vector quantities, where scalar quantities are described by magnitude along mass temperature. Vector quantity have both magnitude and direction, like velocity and force. Laws of vector addition. Vectors can be added using the triangle law of vector addition or using parallelogram law of vector addition. The resultant vector combines the effect of the individual vectors. Next is subtraction of vectors. Vector subtraction involves adding a negative vector. This can be done by reserving the direction of the vector to subtracted and then using the vector addition methods. Next is multiplication or division of vector by scalar. Clear? And now next is vector product of vectors, where vectors can be multiplied in two main ways: dot product and cross product. In dot product, a measure of how much one vector extends in direction of another, whereas in cross product, produce a vector that is perpendicular to plane formed by two original vectors. Clear? So like this, like this. Clear? So this is the summary that we learned in today's lecture. Clear? Thank you.